Hey everyone, it's Jen and Lindsey. It's Wednesday, it's 1 o'clock, it's semi-pro painting. So we're going to do a autumn project today. We've got an Palabassin piece actually today that we're going to do. It's one of her designs. She did a pattern for it. We're not following the pattern, but we are going to do something really cool with it, I think. In my brain it's going to be cool, even though I literally came over here 10 minutes ago. But I think it's going to be fine. Lindsey gave it to me all of an hour ago, and I've been doing other things. So it's going to be fine. How is everybody today? It's Wednesday. We're hoping the internet cooperates today because it's gross outside. It's cold, it's windy, and it's supposed to rain at any point. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. Hopefully it goes okay. But if you're joining us for the first time, thanks for joining us. If you're a repeat viewer, thanks for coming back. We do quick and easy. Well, not quick and easy. These are quick and easy, I think, the stuff that we do in here. Don't you, Lou? Yeah, I think they're pretty quick and easy. We do a project that you could recreate if you have a side hustle and there's something that you do and you want to make some extra cash on the side. These are projects that we think are super easy, cost effective that you can do. Today we are doing is it layered autumn, Lindsey? Is that what this thing's called?
I can't remember.
I think it's called,
it popped right out of my head.
Yeah, I think it's called the layered autumn plaque. It's this thing. I just did some base coating on the bottom part. I haven't done anything really with this yet, but I don't think it's going to take us too long to do this one. But this is one of those pieces that
Sparkling Autumn.
Sparkling Autumn. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to do that. I did pull the fancy flutter stencil because I love this stencil and I think it's gorgeous and I think it would look really cool on this pumpkin. So I did pull that. I'm going to probably ask for suggestions on colors. Like maybe I have colors pulled, but sometimes when I see it in my brain and then I start putting paint down, it gets a little confusing to me. So sometimes I like to ask for suggestions. So always be there for me for that. Okay, Lindsey has added this to our collection for the month. So any items that we use during our Facebook or our semi-pro painting and semi-pro stenciling get put into a collection, and then you can use that semi-pro 30 coupon to get a discount on the pieces that we use. Just keep that in mind. So this will have a discounted price on it. Lindsey also puts links into all of the items that we are using, so you can quickly click on that and then shop that way, so you don't have to worry about what was that called? Where do I find it on your website? All that kind of stuff. So just keep that in mind. Did I get all the basics, Lindsey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we have to talk about something real quick. Hope I don't cry. So don't look at me. Okay, so today's my last semi-pro painting day. I will be here tomorrow for semi-pro stenciling day. But my career here at Cover Distributing is coming to an end on Thursday because I get the pleasure of staying home and taking care of my granddaughter.
Navidity isn't here, by the way.
Navidity, I'm all emotional about it, but I'm happy to have Paisley. So my granddaughter is going to be staying with me. Mom and Dad are both going back to work. And so I am going to be stepping back from my job to stay home and watch her. So this is my last couple of days. So thanks for joining me today. Don't let me be a mess. I've been crying most of the week. Lindsey's been tearing up most of the week. It's been an emotional week for me because these people are my family. And I'm really going to miss them all. So, okay, enough of that stuff. Flip the camera. Let's start painting. Okay, let me get my wits together here. Okay, so this is what I have done for the Sparkling Autumn project. I have base coated with multi-purpose sealer. She's getting a paper towel. I base coated with multi-purpose sealer. I did both pieces. I did my pumpkin and I did my layering work, okay? And then I took my handy dandy sponge, my sandpaper sponge, and I roughed that up just lightly. And then I went ahead and did my base coat with persimmon. And then again, we talk about this every week because I love persimmon for a pumpkin color. I know it's been a discontinued color. So we always suggest you guys a substitution for that, and that one would be Warm Sunset. It's very similar. It's a tad lighter, but it is very similar in color. When I did this, I just used my 1/2 inch Awesome Angle. I just see a spot here. I just want to give another coat on. So I just did a quick little base coat of the persimmon paint here on this. And then we are going to start doing some stenciling on this because I think this is going to be a really cool piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stencil first And then after I do my stenciling, I'm going to draw some like pumpkin lines to kind of give it the dimension that we need. So let's get this part done.
So there's a lot of disappointment.
I'm sorry. I'm disappointed too. No, I am disappointed, but I'm not. Like, I'm happy to be home with Paisley.
Paisley and Gigi are going to have so much fun.
So I told one of my girlfriends yesterday, I said, my last day of work is on Thursday, but Gigi's daycare is open on Monday. So I'm happy for that.
And we'll see each other.
We
Jen
will.
said, the bonus to this is Jen and I can vacation together.
We can. Yeah, because we couldn't do that before.
We could never vacation together other than work-related trips.
Yeah.
We could never do that. And
yeah, so we can.
Now it's like, book the cruise. Let's go.
Let's go. Where are we going next? I mean, I got to make sure I have a babysitter for my granddaughter, but I'm in.
Yeah, there still will be lives.
Yes.
If we give us like a little time.
Adjustment time. Yeah.
Adjust because it's a big change for us here.
Everybody.
Everyone. Yeah. So Chris is planning on doing weekly lives.
So the bad news is I'm gone, but the good news is you're going to see Chris more.
Yes. So just give us a transition period. Chris and I probably will take next week to have an organizational thing, figure things out, figure out where we're going. And keep in mind, this is our busy season.
Yeah.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday's coming up. So, but just give us a week to figure things out, and then hopefully we'll be in with we'll be back with lives and whatnot.
Oh my gosh, and they're going to be amazing projects. I know they are. Chris does awesome stuff.
Chris was out getting stencils and things.
She's already thinking ahead on what she's going to do.
So the talk is 1 live, 1 video a week, and that's not set in stone, so we could talk her into maybe more possibly.
Yeah.
But
listen, if you promise her away, Lindsay, we know this. If you promise her away,
volunteer her for anything.
If we promise her away, she'll do it. So, this is old paint, man. This one's called.
But
here we go.
That's the plan right now. So semi-pro painting may be going off into history, but Create with Chris is
gearing up, man, and she's gonna have tons of cool stuff. Cool project, and you guys want to learn from her. I got Rossiana here. I'm going to paint my stem real quick. Chris always has some really cool stuff to teach you, so you definitely want to hang with her on, I think, probably Tuesdays, which are usually
Terry said just bring the baby on Wednesday and Thursday.
come paint. I know. We could put her in a backpack. I'm going to have lots of baby snuggles, and I'm happy about that, so it'll be exciting. All right, so I'm just got Rossiana here. I'm just going to do a quick coat here on my stem. Before I get into my stenciling, I want to get all of this base coated. Now, I did paint 1 layer of paint on here. I did not do 2 because it's going to be covered up, but for me, I'm thinking if like my glue slides when I'm gluing it, or listen, I'm not great with glue. And so sometimes I have to glue if Lindsay's got like 100 other things to do. I'm like, I'll just do it. And so sometimes I have to do it and I'm not great with it. So this is like my safe coating. So make sure that you can not see that wood underneath of there. Because even if it's not covered completely, it will still work. Okay. Got that on there. Okay, so let's dry that real quick because I'm going to put my stencil on here and I want to make sure it's dry because I don't want it to bleed, because we can do another coat. That's not a big deal at all. So let's just put this on here. So my plan is to stencil my fancy flourish on my pumpkin with burnt umber. I think that's a good choice because I like that kind of like tone on tone when it comes to pumpkins. So I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to line my stencil up right here. And because I have that word overlaying, I only need to do the top half and then the bottom half. So this should not take long at all. Bear with me here. Get a piece of tape and I will get to stenciling. So this is a really super simple project, but I think it's going to turn out really cute. Okay, so I've got burnt orange. Well, I've got my wits back about me. Took me a minute to get it together, but I am back at it. Okay, I've got my number 4 Spectacular stencil brush. So I'm going to just load that up with my burnt orange. Get all that excess off of there. All right.
and here we go. And what I actually am going to swirl this one. I'm going to swirl it because it's a big pattern, okay? And so I'm not worried about like bleed through. I got a nice big design here, and it's all the same color, so I'm not concerned about that at all. And if you can tell, this is the stencil that we used for that Layered Mary Christmas plaque last Christmas. Same stencil, guys. And hello, paint, see red paint still on there? That's because I painted it red last time. This time it's going to be orange. I don't clean my stencils. We've talked about this a few times, but if you're new here, I never clean my stencils. I think the dirtier they are, the more paint they pick up. That's just my personal preference. If you want to clean them, by all means, please feel free. I just could care less if they're dirty. It really doesn't bother me at all. And I don't have to be super picky about this, guys, because like I said, I have that word overlay that's going to go over that. So I don't have to really worry too much about if I get over, like down the letters a little bit too far. Not a problem at all. There are different ways to stencil. You can pounce, you can swirl. I am normally a pouncer, but for this project, I feel like I got this swirling going on. Okay, get this here. And I love a stencil because you can pull it up, see what you still need. With my tape on, I can just go right back in where I need a little bit more paint. Just gonna be right in here. Didn't get real well here, so let's get a second, or a coat in here. Even coat, I should say, because I coated it, just not very well. Let's get a nice even swirl going here. So the big debate of swirlers or pouncers, I always say, well, do what makes you comfortable. This stencil makes me comfortable to swirl. I'm good with that. Okay, so let's pull that up now. Perfecto. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull this over, and I'm not worried about lining anything up because it's not that much that you're going to see. So I'm just going to put this right here and finish this side over here. Okay, a little bit more paint. Burnt orange. Same color, burnt orange. And I think burnt orange is so pretty with persimmon. The thing about burnt orange is it has to dry before you can really tell a difference. But oh my gosh, it's beautiful once it's dry. Okay. So I got a second coat here. Okay, let me see here. It looks pretty good. And see where I matched that? You can't even see where it was two different parts of the stencil. Not a problem at all. All right, now we're gonna go back to this side now because we want to do the bottom half. So let's just line, I'm just lining the line up here with the bottom of my lettering. And if it's not completely straight, it's okay because it's just a mixed pattern. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to do my best to get it kind of lined up on that end there, okay? Get some more burnt orange paint.
I like how subtle that is.
I know, that's why I love these two colors together. Like, you can't really tell when you're doing it, but boy, once that starts to dry, you can really see. And I just think that little bit of texture. To me, this reminds me of kind of like viney, right? Yeah. So it's perfect for like, I think, like pumpkins, anything like fall time. This is good for leaves, any of that kind of stuff. We could have actually used this stencil probably on that leaf and I wouldn't have had to use that liner and stressed myself out. Okay. Getting that first coat on there. A little bit more burnt orange, always rubbing off that excess paint. I'm just going to turn this just a smidge so I can keep my hand out of it.
So while she's stenciling away.
Yes, ma'am.
We had the first for the season today.
Yes.
What did we have at lunch? Or what did I eat at lunch? You're having it at 2:30.
We had our, yeah, I didn't have mine yet, but John brought in the Little Debbie Christmas tree cake snacks. Oh, it's my 2:30 snack today. I saved mine. So I'm having mine at 2:30.
Mine's in my belly. There was no saving.
Lindsay's like, I'm not waiting. I'm eating it now.
I sniffed it.
So pumpkin
so
spice season is almost over for us. We're into Christmas tree cake season.
Yes.
It's okay.
So good.
So good. I love a Little Debbie's Christmas tree cake. Okay. So I got that, and I'm just gonna put it over here again.
And fun fact, it says this on the box.
Oh
it's
yeah,
the
we found this out
40th
today.
It's the 40th anniversary of the Little Debbie Christmas tree cake.
Okay.
But Jen and I do not remember Little Debbie's
No.
from our childhood. We remember Hostess, like Ho-Ho's.
And I'm way over 40 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're both in our 40s, and we don't remember. I don't remember Little Debbie's until like I got out of like practically on my own.
I'm thinking high school's when
Maybe
I remember
high school.
them.
I don't know. I mean, but
Maybe
it's the 40th anniversary. Maybe they were hiding them.
Maybe my mom was just like, don't know, let the kids know that we have. I'm gonna ask my mom, be like, I heard a rumor today that Christmas tree cakes from Little Debbie have been out for 40 plus years. And I don't remember them as a child, and I love them now. So did you just hide them from me so I couldn't eat them and you ate them?
Like, we literally always had Ho-Hos and Ding Dongs and Twinkies in our house. We never had Little Debbie's.
See, to me, we always had Little Debbie's because Little Debbie was cheaper than Hostess. So
in high school though?
Yeah. Anytime. Yeah. So we only always had that.
Yeah, because like we had a Hostess outlet in where I grew up.
We did too.
And it was so much cheaper to get them there.
But my mom didn't go that often, but yeah.
But my dad always took one for lunch, so that's why we always had them.
Yeah.
Tara says she's been snacking on candy corn and peanuts.
Blech.
I had some of that the other day.
Yuck. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. I like that. So we're done with our stencil. Let's just.
Look good.
Doesn't that look good? I like it. I like it. Okay. All right, let's dry this up. So here's my plan. I'm thinking my autumn word needs to be like yellowy. So I have salted caramel to use for my word. So I think what I will do is do the second coat on my stem while I'm discussing, and if that's what I end up going with. But I think that's kind of my plan at this point, is salted caramel. I think yellow, I'm thinking just fall, brown, yellow, orange, all of that kind of stuff. Definitely that time of year. So I'm gonna just do another quick coat here. And I am using my 1/2 inch awesome angle for this one. Now, if you wanted to do like your, I'm gonna call that like the curly vine part, like the stem. If you wanted to do that like green, you could. I just like to keep it all the same. Get a piece of chunky paint here. See if I can get that off. Maybe not. Sorry, that's gonna drive me crazy if that dries on there. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so let's check that out now. I have Rossiana. Lindsay, would you be able to grab me a burnt umber? I'm gonna need that for my lines. I didn't think about that. See, this is how this project, in true semi-pro painting style, last minute, don't have all my plan together. Don't have all my paint together. Yeah, just throw something at her at half an hour.
We should have like a series, like.
We should. That would be, I say we, listen, it's not me anymore. That would be
like
fun.
Last minute.
Yes, last minute, throw it out. She won't even know what she's doing when she comes in here. And you can just be like,
that's an idea.
that is a great idea.
Painting on the fly.
Yeah, I like it. Go for it. Don't you like it? I'm not going to be here, so I can be like, yeah, that sounds good.
This sounds weird. So
okay.
It's the only bottle in here.
It's okay. I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm just going to use it for my lines on my pumpkin, like my creases, so it'll be okay. Okay. All right. Got that. Now, I could have base coated it, which hindsight, guys, hindsight 2020. I could have used antique white underneath of my raw sienna, but I'm okay with it. I'm not mad about it at all. Actually, Lindsay, I might use the raw sienna for my lines. I don't know. We'll see. It's kind of light. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe not.
So is anyone putting their Christmas up?
Oh my gosh.
This weekend?
No.
I'm going to try and start.
Too early.
I want to start on Saturday, but I have a Halloween party on Saturday.
You can't put up Christmas till after Halloween parties are over.
And I've got my husband and I have a great costume, but.
Oh yeah, they do have a good one this year for their costume.
My husband picked it out. And
they always dress up. They have a Halloween party that they go to every year, and
I don't think
always.
Anyone that's going to the parties and I'll be watching this. But
no,
my husband is going as Hannibal Lecter. And I'm going as Clarice.
Clarice.
But yeah, he's gonna have a straight jacket and everything.
I think it's
And a
hilarious.
mask.
He'll rock that. He will 100% rock that, Lindsay. Is anybody going to a Halloween party this year? I am not going to a party, but I am going to go to my son's for a trick or treat. And then, yeah, that's all we really have planned for Halloween this year. They're going to take the boy, Navindi's going to take her boys, and Navindy and Austin are going to take the boys trick or treating. But we'll probably keep Paisley because it's cold and she doesn't want to be out in that crap. So it's going to be cold on Friday. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Whatever they want to do.
Hopefully it doesn't snow like that one year.
I know. No, I don't think it's supposed to snow, and I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I know North Lewisburg is having their trick or treat tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain. Everybody's like, wear ponchos or bring an umbrella because you're going to get wet. Okay, that stem looks a lot better now. Just a couple coats there, not a big deal. And you guys know I'm not fussy about like the edges. I don't care if I get paint on the ends. That does not, actually, it's not too bad, to be perfectly honest with you. For as much as I've been flopping that around on there, that's actually not too bad. Okay, so my plan is to bring my lines doop and dupe, okay? Do you like my noises? Doop and dupe. So I've got burnt umber here. Lindsay's not writing down my colors. Oh my gosh. She's going to be like, I don't remember what you use.
Burnt cinnamon, burnt sienna, burnt umber.
No, raw sienna.
I thought you said burnt sienna.
No, raw sienna.
Oh, okay.
Crazy girl.
Raw sienna.
Okay. She crazy. She a crazy girl.
Burnt umber.
Yes.
And burnt orange.
Yes, ma'am.
See?
Okay. So I am going to, okay, I'm going to get paint on my shirt. Okay, so I'm going to come up here by no, I'm not. I'm going to start here. And then I'll go in and do that. So I'm just bringing my kind of, what are these things called? I think we talked about this last time, Lindsay. What are these things
you
called?
can call them grooves.
Yeah, I think that's what I called them last time. I'm just bringing my little groove down here. I'm starting kind of in this curve up here. I'm bringing my groove down. And the good thing about this, guys, is we don't have far to go. So if it's not quite like even, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to bring it out a little further because I want to have a nice chunky groove. So let's just come here. There we go. That looks better. All right. So to bring that down here, I don't mind that. Okay. And I'll get a little bit more paint. All right. And then we'll just continue to come this. We're going to go this way. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go up and around. And you're also going to see a little bit, just a tiny bit of my stenciling with this too, because see how that groove is on there? It's kind of picking up some of that layer from that stencil. So we're just going to go like so. All right. And then we're going to do the other side here. Let's see, this way. Let me hit this with the dryer. I don't know if you've met me or not, but I've been known to put my hand in paint a time or two. But I just want to make sure it's dry. Okay, and I'm just going to come, again, I'm pulling from my stem down, so I'm just coming this way. Kind of willy-nilly here, just eyeballing it, whatever I think looks good. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, and then the bottom side here, we got to go this way. So let's just go like so. And remember, I have that word that's going to come in here too. So you've got that safety net, see?
That looks like a very plump pumpkin.
It does, doesn't it? He needs to have big old fat rolls here. That's what we're giving him, big old fat rolls. All right. Now I'm just going to come from my stem down and do the whole outside and kind of even this up, kind of give that kind of finished look on the edge, so that like almost washed look at the edge. And that's going to soften everything up and kind of make it all blend together. So just doing that. So starting on the top, and then I've already got this part dry on this side, so I can keep coming around. And again, the words are not a big deal, guys, because we're going to use that overlay.
You just needed a little bit of paint behind there just in case.
Yes, just for your layer. That's the only reason we painted it. Just in case my glue slips or when I'm putting it together, because I have been known.
Stranger things have happened.
Been known to have the glue move on me. Like I think it's good and then I walk away and something falls on it. Story of my life. But anyways, yeah, so that's the only reason I did that quick base coat on that.
That happened to me once. I remember I glued that candy corn one. Remember that door hanger?
Yes.
I glued it. It looked great.
She
and then
did.
I went back and the bottom layer shifted, and I'm like, well, I can't rip it up now.
It looks so
crooked.
good too. And then yeah, it was kind of crooked. It's hanging in the store crooked
It's
because
crooked,
you
but it's
can't
okay.
fix it.
It is what it
Yeah.
is.
That's a good thing about Eileen's tacky glue, man. It's when it's there, it's there. It's not coming off for sure. So we do carry that. If you guys are curious on how we glue our stuff together, we don't use hot glue. We use the Eileen's tacky glue for everything here in the store. I think Chris even uses it, doesn't she, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think she uses the back scrub.
Yeah. Okay, so we got this coming around here. Finish up our shading around the outside of our pumpkin. There we go. A little more paint here. And we're just going to pull this up here around our stem. So I want the illusion of my pumpkin to be like short and squatty. So that's why I did like the thinner inside lines. I want a squatty pumpkin. Okay, we're going to let that dry a few minutes and we're going to work on our autumn word. I am using salted caramel. I'm going to use that. And again, I'm using the same brush, guys. I've used the same brush other than the stencil brush for every single thing I've painted. I love this 1/2 inch angle. It's perfect for me. And I did seal this as well with multi-purpose sealer.
That's pretty cool.
I love this color for fall. It goes so good with baby duck as well. And I did bring some baby duck over because I'm going to use it for dry brush. So I'm going to definitely do that. But I think this is a good color to go with this pumpkin as well. So has anybody got any plans this weekend? Anything you're working on? I want to know what projects you're working on.
Terry says she can't believe you're not using antique white.
Terry, girl, it's always here. It's always here. Nobody says I haven't done it yet, and doesn't mean I'm not yet. Okay. So I have a question for everybody. Do you guys roll your stuff? Like I know a lot of people that I watch paint roll their projects.
That makes me nervous.
It makes me nervous too. I don't know how when people roll stenciling, oh my gosh, that stresses me out.
Terry says she is painting door hangers for her show.
Yeah, what season are you doing, or a theme, or are you just mixing a bunch of random stuff? When's your show, Terry? I saw all the stuff you posted in the CD Woods door hangers and more group. Those were awesome. My personal fave was the sled. I liked that one. With the red mittens. Super cute. Super, super cute. Oh, Lindsay, I don't know if you saw this or not, but okay, Lindsay's a big Ohio State football fan. And they were off last week.
Bye week.
Yeah. So Ryan Day went to the maze in Milford.
I saw that.
I know,
the
him and his
maze
family.
is of him.
Yeah, I know. And he
Yes.
went, him and his family. Yeah, they went to do it.
I saw that. I'm like, why didn't I go?
I know, right? Well, they didn't want to announce it, so he would be bombarded.
Because I would be like, hey, you need help getting out of your maze?
Right? And for those of you who don't know who Ryan Day is the head football coach at Ohio
Yeah,
State.
at Ohio State. We love him because we have a national championship. Not to brag or anything, all you other Auburn fans and whatnot are in here.
This is a judgment-free painting, Ari.
So Terry says, what do you mean roll? We mean like with
Like a paint roller. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that stencil like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
they base coat with a roller. I've seen a lot of people base coat with a roller, like a paint roller. Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
She says, Terry says, show is week before Thanksgiving, doing lots of ornaments and Christmas door hangers.
Oh, perfect season for that. Yes, for sure. For sure. Definitely the time to get that done.
That would be kind of cool, though. Back to the rainy day thing to do, but like I did a maze that was of my face.
Right?
Like,
Write a book about it. I don't know if you've ever had a maze about your face, but I have, and I conquered it. So the way they do their maze, it's like trivia questions. You have to answer the trivia questions. Whether you get it right, it takes you longer. If you get it wrong, it takes you the shorter way. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I did that one a few years ago.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
Their maze is big. Of course, we probably answered all the questions wrong and took us a long way around.
I know there was there was another maze I had done and it did the trivia, and my friends and I we got one question wrong and it took us forever
to get out. Yeah.
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's always funny to me.
And then there was another maze we did somewhere that was GPS based.
Oh, really?
Like
now that would be kind of
QR
cool.
codes or something.
That'd be kind of cool.
So
that would be really cool, actually. I did when we were in Jamaica. I did a bingo that was like a QR code, and then you like if the number came up, you literally just touched it on your thing, and then if you had bingo, it just stopped the game and said, "Jenny won bingo." You know what I mean? So it was kind of cool. Technology these days, you can do everything with a computer or iPhone or Android or whatever. So 2 coats of salted caramel is all it's going to take. So we're almost done with this. And I think, now I might rough this up with my sanding block. So I have a nice smooth surface because I might do some dip dots on here, like some random polka dots. Might do that. We'll see. We'll see if time allows it. Sometimes I think I have way more time, and sometimes I have more time than I think I have.
You're at like 33 minutes.
Oh, I have plenty of time. Okay. Okay. We try to keep our Wednesdays at an hour, and then we try to keep our Thursdays at half an hour. So we've been pretty successful. I think we've only gone over like maybe a handful of times, Lindsay.
Yeah.
But that's because I get like a harebrained idea and I'm like, I think this will work. And then it doesn't. So, which is possible. You know what else would be cool, Lindsay, on this pumpkin? That's sloppy. If you took like, remember how we did that tombstone and put the glue on it?
Oh, yeah.
And then like crackled it almost like, this would be cool. The pumpkin could be cool like that. Almost look like it's like a chipped pumpkin. That would be kind of cool. So if you wanted a different look and you didn't want to do a stencil, you could do that. Because it's kind of neat, I think, anyway. Something different, not just like base paint. Okay, so got our second coat of what do I have here? What paint is this? Sunset Gold.
Oh, yeah.
No, a salted caramel. See, I got so much on my desk right now because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, so I just grabbed a bunch of stuff. But I'm thinking of dip dotting antique white polka dots on my autumn, is my thought. Because normally I do like the 3 little dots, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I want to change it up for my last semi-pro painting project.
Stop.
Not doing anything wrong, Lindsay. Oh, that's pretty on there. Because that orange.
Actually, if you shift it down, I think it looks kind of cool with that orange popping up a little bit.
Like almost like shift
like
it sideways.
Shadow. Yeah.
Down
or sideways.
Sideways like that?
It's like a
yeah,
shadow.
It is kind of like a shadow. We could do it like that if you want. I don't care. You know me, I'm easy. Whatever you think. Okay. I'm going to come back in. Let me get some paint out of my brush here. You come back in here with a little bit more of the, what do I got here? Burnt umber. Just going to come in here and I'm just going to do a little bit up here. because that looks like it's just kind of hanging out up there, and I want it to be like it's blending in. So we're just going to pull this here and down and around. I'm not doing the whole thing, just this one side here, just to kind of finish it off. I don't want it to look like it's just hanging out. I want it to look like it belongs there, like a last minute thought. Oh wait, they forgot to paint that. No, we didn't. That's on design. Everything I do is on design. It might not be the design I was originally hoping for, but sometimes. Do you ever feel like when you're working on a project that like you get into something and you're like, that is not at all what I thought that was going to turn out like, or my plan did not work. I feel like that happens to me sometimes. That looked like it needed another coat right there, and so does this right here. Looks like it's not very dark on the shading. So let's do this here. A little bit more paint. I'm gonna come all the way up to my end here. Okay. Okay, so now what I think I'm going to do is get my antique white, and I need a stylist. So I'm gonna bum Chris's because I want a big. I like this stylus. We do carry this, guys. If you don't have a big bald stylus and you want one, we have them. It's just called large ball stylist. I really like it for like this kind of stuff. Okay. So I've got antique white here, and I'm just going to dip dot some polka dots on my autumn. So I'm just going to randomly lay these in. And they don't have to be anything like crazy. You don't have to overdo it or underdo it. Like whatever you want, however you want to do it. Wherever it looks like it needs a dot, throw a dot on there. And I like to kind of move them around. You don't want them to be all in the same line. I'm just going to keep going here. Super quick and easy. That one I have really close to the edge because I want it to look natural. Like, you know how like, you don't want it to be too perfect. It'll look like, it won't look like it's supposed to be there if it looks too perfect. So I like to kind of throw a few off like the edge. So it looks like it's a little bit perfect. Okay. Definitely need something there. Okay. And then I'm just going to come up here, start. I always like to stop at the top or start at the top and work my way down. And then some places I like to go a little closer. Some places I like to give it a little bit further distance apart. Super easy to do this. And then I'm going to go here because I want it to be off a little bit, right? We just talked about that. I go over here and then one more in here. Okay.
I love how you can do random. I can't do random like that.
Really?
I have a problem with it. They end up lining up.
You need it to be like your brain thinks, no, that's
Like,
not right.
Yeah, they have to go in a line.
That's funny. Kind of like when I normally do the dots on like a lettering and I do like the 3 or whatever. I think it's best to like kind of keep going and then like look back later and be like, or like after you're done with it and be like, okay, do I need to fill any spots that look like they look empty? I think that's the best approach when you're dip dotting. And I do reload every single time. I know some people don't, but I like all of my dots to look the same size. So I like to reload each time. But that's just me and my personal preference. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you want to do every like 2 or 3 and then reload, that's 100% fine too. I feel like painting is so, there's not really too many rules when it comes to painting, right?
It's forgiving.
It is very forgiving. And the amazing thing about paint is as long as it's dry, or as long as it's not dry, you can keep it in it. So that's always a plus. Like that, you don't have to stress too much about it. And the awesome thing too, you can sand it off, start over. Almost done here. And I think this antique white is going to definitely pull those rest of those fall colors in. So that's going to be nice. I love this color. Love, 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 love it. You guys love it too. We're almost out of it again. So if you need antique white, make sure you get it ordered.
We're almost out of a lot of colors.
We're almost out of a lot. We are out of a few. I know I pulled the last of a couple this week, but
we got hit pretty hard
Yeah. Like,
on the decor.
yeah. Yesterday or this week and like end of last week.
Yeah, this week especially with
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah, the announcement from Hobby Lobby. Yeah.
And we do carry the full line of Decor Art Americana paint.
Yeah.
Typically, we might run out of some colors, but we normally stock the full line. So
I like that side. This side needs a few more, so we're just gonna fill in where it looks like it's empty. I just turned it around so that I didn't get my hand in paint. That's the only reason I did that. Actually, I think that looks pretty good. I think we're good with that. I don't think I have to do anything else. Let me hit this with the heat gun real quick. Again, guys, I'm using the Ranger Heated Craft tool. I like this thing because it's quiet. It is not noisy by any means. And it dries pretty quickly. So I do like this tool. I can talk to you and you can still hear me while I'm drying it. Because if I were using like a blow dryer or something, it's so much louder, you would not be able to hear me. Okay. All right, now I got that pretty dry. I'm just, because I have a little bit of like heavier paint on the dots, I'm gonna let it sit just a few minutes while I work on some dry brushing. So I am going to use a big dry brush. I'm going to use my number 12 diverse dry brush, and I am actually going to use Sunset Gold to do some dry brushing on my pumpkin. So my thought process here is to brighten up my pumpkin because I've got those two darker oranges on there. So I want to just darken up my, or lighten up my pumpkin some. So I'm just going to get, because I have a big area, I'm just going to use a big dry brush. It will be less work. And I'm all about quick and less work. Perfect. Okay. And then like I did last time, I'm just doing kind of like a zigzag motion down. And again, with dry brushing, guys, it's layers, right? You want layers of paint. See how it's showing up now? Just keep going with your layers. I'm going to come down here. And I'm just kind of dry brushing the center here. And again, I have Sunset Gold.
That was a good color choice.
Thank you, ma'am. My color choices have come a long way since I started semi-pro, or we started semi-pro painting. I really like this color. Okay, reload here because I want to get that kind of same intensity on the next spot on my pumpkin. So I'm just going to come here and come down in. Now, because I have a bigger spot on my pumpkin, I'm going to do quite like a little bit bigger of a zigzag as I'm coming down. And then I'm not going back and forth. If you can tell, I'm lifting my brush and going back to the top. I have that stencil on there, which stenciling doesn't leave like a lip, but I don't want it to like mess up my brush if it were to catch. So that's why I'm like lifting my brush and going back up. It'll keep my brush safe. See that light coming in now? So that's going to help pull some of that antique white as well that we have in there. And then one more load of my number 12 diverse dry brush. We haven't done that in a while, Lindsay. Getting all the goods today. Okay, I'm just going to come up here. And then I'm going to do this side. And I'm going closer. See, this side I went closer to the outside here. I'm going closer to the outside on this one as well. Not as much to the center, but more to the outside. Lifting up and then re-going in for that layer. Okay, and then I'm going to come down here and the same thing, starting at the top and then down to the bottom on this outside edge. Same thing that I did over here, outside edge. And then I'm kind of bringing it to the center because that's the light would come, of course, this way, right? So bringing that in there. All right, I like that. I like that. I like this. I do like that kind of on an angle, Lindsay. That's cute, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was a mistake.
That was
just put it down and it wasn't lined up.
It was, but that's cute. I mean, you can do it either way. If you don't like that offset, you can line it up, or you can. I kind of like it like that, though. I'm fine to glue it that way, Lindsay, if you are. Okay, let's go with that. And then, is there anything else I think we need to do? I don't think so, Lindsay. I think we're good. I think that's it. I don't think we need to do anything else. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so that is our semi-pro painting project for today. Well, actually, that's our last semi-pro painting project.
Wow.
Well, it is. At this time, I'm usually telling you we'll be back next week, but we will not. So that's going to be our last semi-pro painting project. I really enjoyed being in here and painting with you guys. So thank you for joining us through my journey of painting. I will still be painting at home. I'll share some stuff in the CD Wood Door Hangers group.
Terry says, stop.
I know, but I will. I will still be painting at home, and I will share stuff in there that I do, so you guys can see it as well. I will miss you all.
And
So
maybe you'll see eventually Paisley's painting journey.
you might see Paisley. Yes, I'll share pictures of her painting at some point. She'll be with me, so she'll be doing it, I'm sure. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I have enjoyed every bit of you guys being with us. We will see you tomorrow for our semi-pro stenciling. If you have questions, please let us know. You can remember, grab this for that discounted price. All of the colors that we use, Lindsay will put in the description. That way you can go back for reference. All right, if you guys have questions, let us know. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.